We expected it to be something that was hard fought, that went into the fourth quarter. I felt like we had it early. They had it most of the second half, and then we were able to get it back and secure the win. Any questions? A little bit, but all right. Not bad. We'll see. We'll keep you posted.
Could you describe just the emotions of earning that #1 seed?
Just winning. I think, look, these wins are what you get addicted to. Really, though, it's that feeling of, the week is a grind. There's a lot of work that goes into it. Obviously, it's more difficult when you put in those hours and the practice and you don't have that immediate feedback with a win, and that's what makes it more difficult. But when you're able to get a win, it's hard to get that feeling out of your system once you start doing it. And that's the one thing these guys have done a good job with. Coming up with plays when we needed it. We won a lot of different ways this year. And, I'm proud of this team. Man, they've showed a great resolve, dealt with injuries. We dealt with all the, adversity you might have in a long season. And, that was kind of the second step, if you will, winning your division as a goal that you set at the beginning of the year, and then certainly helping your seed out. Man, that was a big time play. It's good. It's a real good offense. We knew statistically it was going to be a game that you had to handle situations in an aggressive way because it was a team that conversely was going to be able to score, and we made enough of those plays. I think, listen, it's not just accident. That's just not coincidence, And when you don't get them, it's not an accident either. So I think it's a credit to the coaches and the players for hustling, because it takes. But I think it's part of our jobs. It was a big play. It was close, gutsy on their part. When the one guy goes in motion, you start looking. And I had an angle where, but it's the second time this year, in big games against the Rams also. The fake punt? Not necessarily, no. I mean, look, you go into a game like that and you cover the shifts, the motions, and you still have to defend it. And it was a good play.
How impressed are you with this team, the way they've had kind of diverse wins, where they've been blowout?
Well, I just said it. We've won in different ways. So that's our league. It's tough each week. These guys are a real good opponent, and a team that really has been in some close games, talking about Pittsburgh. So it was a good win. Man, it was huge. It's a big play for us, 3rd and long. It was great to have him back. It's a testament to him, going through the scope and, kind of right there at the end, feeling like, man, is this going to be it? And the results were good. They felt positive he'd be able to come back, and he helped us today.
Does he open things up for you as a play caller in a different way than other guys do?
Well, there's a presence with him, and he can run, obviously. I mean, shoot, we had him down the field on a double move earlier. We just didn't, hold up in the protection. But, yeah, he's a threat. And he's also someone the guys believe in. And that 3rd down call now, that play he makes and the throw Drew makes, it was a great snap of protection, and that was a significant play. If we were looking at about 4 or 5 of them, that was one of them.
How big of an advantage is I know every team wants to play home in the playoffs, but to play here in the playoffs, how big of an advantage?
We'll see. Listen, it's more of an advantage than going on the road, but it's good to play home. We feel like we've got a good home field advantage. So, but still about executing and all the details that go into winning. So we've played well on the road as well. Like I said, I'll get with you on it. All right. Huh? He's a great player. Transitionally, he can sink his hips and turn, and Schuster, and that's a real good offense and a real good defense. So, you know, when you went through, you get this late in the season, you get a lot of film on them, and you know, almost every other snap there's a zone pressure. You know, that's kind of what they do, and we made enough plays against it.
So when the defensive lineman drops back in those zones, is that something that is easy to get confused by?
Yeah. I mean, they're getting two areas. You know, it's a pressure and replace, and so look, it started there. I mean, what we're talking about started there in the late '80s, early '90s. Dick LeBeau, the very first time the two linebackers came and the end dropped, it was like we split the atom. I remember looking at it. I was at college on a visit there, and I'll never forget it. You know, old Coach Earhart was there. Bill Cowher was the head coach, and Dick LeBeau. And they were the first team to really start bringing people from one side and dropping guys that otherwise would rush from the other. And we were young college coaches. At the last meeting, we were there for 2 days, and Earhart drew this front up and drew up this fire zone and said, "This is what's coming." You know, it was 1993, 94. I think we stared at it for 10 minutes like, how do we handle, you know, it broke down a lot of the protections that, you know, some of the West Coast offenses ran. It was troublesome. Pardon? Listen, the ball got a little high on him. You know, I felt like it was a little bit higher than we had planned. It was a great play by the safety. No, we'll see the film and you know, make sure we get it corrected. Anything else? All right, thanks.